Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. So, that last stream took less than 3 hours, which means we have some time to where we can stream another game. And we're going to try to spend another 3 hours here. So, for those who remember, I made a really long checklist, which has quite a few things on it. Nine of which are just these companion missions that we have been putting off.
Gives me a full body migraine.
So today, we're going to do the two that we have put off the longest. The two that I originally said that we were going to do pretty shortly after we unlocked them. I love Clara's little emoticons. So, first things first is we're going to do hooks. Since the hook it was really central to Ethereum Wars, I just want more hook. We're going to do Hook's Character Quest Nest, followed by probably Natasha's after that. And for the most part, that's all we really have on the agenda for the day. If they both turn out to be extremely short, maybe we'll do a third one. But I kind of doubt that. And if you see me lean off to the side here, I have a bowl of chicken. So I'm going to be eating throughout the entire stream. Getting my greasy hands all over everything. Now, I know the new Pure Fiction mode has been added in the time since we've been continuing this. Here it is, Feast of Deceits. But I'm told it's high-level content that I probably shouldn't rush into anyway. So yeah, we're just going to keep chugging along. So, first things first. Thank you for everybody who has been liking and subscribing. I look forward to replying to everyone's comments when this ends up going on to YouTube. And the long story short, I did some service on my router. It says it's operating at 120% its efficiency. So any network issues we have today is either the fault of Twitch or the game we are playing. Which means that there is nothing I can really do about it. Or it could be the fault of Streamlabs. There's a third party in there you can blame. So, So, we'll do Hook's Treasure and then Origin of Medicine. That's enough of the intro. Pitch Dark Hook the Great has arrived. I should probably set up my team.
Just thinking about work gives me a full body migraine.
We're probably going to fight mostly Silvermane guards and robots. So let's just grab... You know what? Let's grab Hook. We'll put Hook on the team. And for our other damage, we'll grab Serval, who I have been leveling up. She's in here somewhere. There she is.
Ready, Linksy? Let's rock!
So this team should be enough to deal with anything we have to deal with in Bellabog right now.
Honorary member of the Moles, listen up.
What is it, Pitch Dark Hook the Great?
Thank you for helping Hook find the detector. But now, Hook needs to ask you another favor.
Ah, so this is continuing off of the other one, Fernan's Treasure. Forbin's Treasure was the last quest line. So this is technically Hook's second character question. I'm all
Hook
ears.
and Daddy's birthday is approaching. Every year at this time, we exchange gifts and celebrate our birthday together.
You two share a birthday? What a coincidence.
Yeah? What's the problem? Daddy's job has been more difficult since moving to Boulder Town. He gets home really late every day. I don't want to use his hard-earned money to buy a gift.
You're so considerate.
Hey, are you patronizing me? Actually, I still have some valuable treasure of my own in Rivet Town. It's a shame I left it there. If I go bring it back and sell it for a decent price, I can buy a gift for Daddy without begging anyone for money.
Rivet Town is in Fragmentum.
I know that Rivet Town is super dangerous right now. That's why I'd like to enlist you as my bodyguard. That way, even if the old witch finds out later, I won't be the only one getting a scolding.
That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Then it's settling. Let's meet in Rivet Town. I'll be waiting for you in a safe spot. You're not allowed to not come.
I really wish we did this questline a long time ago. I'll probably have to list it as Hook's Companion Mission 2, because I'll actually have to go back and check the footage, and I'm pretty sure we did for the Foreman's Treasure, I believe, is listed as a Hook character mission. Which way is, screw it, we'll just warp. Alright, to Rivet Town. It's been waiting here for ages. I didn't take a single break on my way over. Okay, whatever you say. As long as you're here now, it's fine. Got some good news and some bad news. Which do you want to hear first? Bad news. Told the rest of the moles about the plan, and Julian asked me to get some treasure for him. If we don't help him, he'll tell the old witch where we've gone. Good news is he's willing to contribute to our adventure, like he gave me a gardening shovel. How dare they threaten the boss of the moles? You really that scared of Natasha? No. What? Nonsense. No, nobody scares Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Well, the treasure won't grow legs. Find us with it. Let's go. Alright, so we're having a little bit of a ping issue.
Julian's adoptive parents used to own a business in this area.
There we go.
When we were all forced
Audio's
to leave
back.
the town, there were lots of things they didn't have time to take with them, so... Shouldn't be too hard to locate his treasure. Let's start by looking over there. Ah, we found Julian's treasure. No, not the key. These glass marbles. Oh, look at all the different colors. Bet it wasn't easy collecting all these.
What are all the marbles used for? A game?
What? You don't know? Have you never played marbles before?
Now, this is gonna make me sound real old, but, when I was in elementary school, we did used to play marbles on the playground. It was actually one of the main things that people did at recess. We played Foursquare, wall ball, marbles, and then there was a few kids who played Magic the Gathering. But yeah, when I was in school, people still played marbles.
By the Hey, what does this key open? Oh, maybe Julian knows. What's that look on your face? Oh, I get it. You don't think this jar of glass marbles is worth anything, right?
That's not what I was thinking.
Don't even try to pretend otherwise. The look on your face sold you out. Let me tell you something. This jar of marbles means a lot to the moles. Julian used it to help the moles overcome a super huge crisis for which he was promoted to second in command.
He tripped somebody when you were running away, didn't he? The crisis you're referring to?
It was a super huge crisis that jeopardized the mole's honor. In the past, the kids in town were arch rivals to us at the orphanage. Those kids used to bully us, relying on the pocket money that their parents gave them. One time, they sent us a formal declaration of war, challenging the moles to a marbles competition.
The fiends.
We were all well aware that we didn't stand a chance. We at the orphanage only had some old glass marbles we scavenged from the side of the road, which are no match for those rich kids' marbles.
Aren't all marbles still marbles?
Nonetheless, Julian bravely accepted the challenge, and triumphantly returned with a pile of colorful glass marbles he won. It was incredible.
It's no wonder he values these marbles so much.
Yep. So, now you know why you wanted us to find this treasure.
So what's Hook's treasure?
Alright, enough chit-chat. Next, we need to find my treasure.
So what does the key
Time
go
to
to?
get to work. Hook's treasure is hidden below the orphanage near the mine's entrance. This doesn't feel like the Rivet Town I remember. Do you think the orphanage is like this now, too?
I went and visited this not too long ago.
This place is nothing like it was before I left. Boxes and minecarts are all over the street. What a mess. Oh, did someone move my treasure too?
Perhaps these are stacked here to keep monsters away.
I used to keep it in the mining team's junk pile. Behind the corner, there were heaps of geomarrow and boxes. Hopefully it hasn't been taken.
Is that all the info you have?
Well, that's all I can recall. But don't worry, I'll look with you. I may even find it before you. What a shame, honorary member. In the end, we still had to rely on Pitch Dark Hook the Great herself. Quick. Look, it's in this box. This miniature drill rig was given to me by a guy from Daddy's mining team as a birthday present. I'm going to turn it on. Whoosh!
Is it broken?
Oh, just don't talk to me right now. I need to calm down.
Remain silent a bit longer.
Honorary member, I wonder, how much do you think Julian's glass marbles would sell for?
That's all you came up with after calling him? At most, worth half a shield. No, I think they're worth more than that. Is that all you came up with after calming down?
What? Did you think I was serious? I wasn't actually planning on selling these marbles. Besides, they aren't even worth much.
Why not find someone to fix it?
Well, that might work. But it'll be pretty expensive to fix, right?
How about we ask the guy who gave you the gift for help?
Not possible. Daddy said that guy went missing one day and he never saw him again. Maybe he went someplace far away. I have no idea when he'll come back, so that definitely won't work.
Yeah, that definitely inhibits us. What should we do now?
Oh, wait a second! I hid another treasure at the orphanage! I want to sell it, but if I want to buy Daddy a gift, I don't have any other choice. Honorary member, please, please help me look for it. Just one more time.
Alright.
Yay, let's go!
The orphanage is where the scary fragmentum monsters are. Alright, here we go. These are the stairs. Funky layout this place is.
Why are there so many monsters here? We need to deal with them first.
Alrighty.
You took the bait. Time for a fun.
Time for the main event. Keep up!
Here I come!
I love the cute little sound effects of Hook running
Can I
away.
have fun this time?
Makes me feel bad for not using Hook earlier in the game.
Time for a fun.
Time for the main event.
This combat needs Optima. This is double speed.
Turn it up.
To travel
Not mean to
far.
hit links, that was me fat fingering the controller.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Here, try this! You're a good person!
Time for the main event.
Wanna win!
I honestly think that that one's better when you play it not sped up. Quite a few of them I think the ults are better if they're not sped up.
Let's rock.
Although sometimes if you're playing in speed up, I feel like the game got slower than it used to be if you're not in speed mode. So I've gotten in the habit of playing with speed mode on.
Wait!
I wonder if it's because of
Let
the
me take a
ping.
look at my notes. I marked the location where I stashed the treasure. It's a reward from the old witch. You'll know what it is after I dig it up. Go down the stairs on the left, then walk 10 paces forward. Turn right, walk another 15 paces, spin around 10 times, then keep walking forward.
Down the stairs, on the left, 10 paces. So it's 5 paces to the right. So it's 5 paces to the right of the stairs, basically. Oh no, I'm doomed.
Oh no! I'm doomed! The second half of my notes are completely ruined!
You shouldn't have written so much.
Oh, what kind of lame treasure map would it be if it only had 1 or 2 steps? Without the second half of my notes, how will I ever find the treasure?
I have a treasure of my own.
Really? Quick, let me see.
Let's use the home use object finder to help Hook search.
Findy.
the target object you want to search for.
Oh, wow. This little thing, it can talk?
Wow, you can talk as well, little thing.
That's funny.
Huh, aren't you sassy? But if you can help me find my treasure, I'll let it slide.
Alright. It's 5 feet to the right of the stairs. Okay.
What's this? Oh, looks like something is written on it. For Julian, 50 years in the future.
You found a time capsule?
Whatever. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it.
What if it has poison inside?
I guess you're right. We should wait 50 years before opening it. Let's take it back to Julian along with the glass marbles.
Julian's time capsule? Oh.
Here it is! My teddy bear! The old witch gave it to me as a gift. Yes! He's called Jun.
That's cute.
Whoa, Jun. How did you get covered in dirt?
Because you buried him!
So many loose threads. If we don't get you cleaned up, no one will buy you.
How much can you... How much can you get for him?
The old witch said that Jun isn't just any old teddy bear. He'll be worth a lot of money once he's cleaned up. There's no other way. I haven't learned to sew yet. I'll have to ask the old witch for help. If she finds out I went somewhere I shouldn't have gone, Hook will get lectured all over again. But so what if the old witch yells at me? Hook still has to prepare the gift for Daddy.
Starting to impress
We
me.
found the treasure. Let's split. The monsters here give Hook goosebumps. Ooh, too scary. I'm warning you. Don't you dare tell the old witch about Hook's plan to sell the treasure.
Jun the cuddly bear. Alright, back to Natasha. We might accidentally start her questline in the process.
Searching, then you go running, searching, running, jump, jump, jump.
Hook? What are you...
Natasha, Jun's in bad shape. Can you help me fix him?
I remember giving you Jun. I haven't seen this fella in years. Where did you find him?
The wind brought him back to me.
Be honest with me, Hook.
Big sister helped me find him in the Rivet Town orphanage.
You had her take you to the Fragmentum just for this teddy bear? Hook, how many times have I told you?
Natasha, please. Please help me fix Jun. I'll clean the clinic for you for a whole month.
You say that every time, and then...
Great, see you soon. Big sister, I'll leave Jun with you.
What am I going to do with that girl?
I know, right?
You shouldn't indulge her, outsider. I know it's difficult to tell Hook no, but sometimes it just has to be done. Jun. So she gave her bear a name, huh?
Hook seems really fond of this bear.
I've lost count of all the dolls I've made. To be honest, I wasn't expecting her to like this one so much.
It's the same bear that you have there, right?
It was an award I used to give the kids in Rivet Town for good behavior. Can you imagine what an orphanage is like with so many difficult children? I had to come up with a solution to get them to behave. Hook pretended to be well behaved for a month in order to get Jun. She ate on time, slept on time, even stopped fighting with the other kids. Of course, as soon as she got her award, she went straight back to her old self.
Yeah, that tracks.
Hook has an uncanny ability to rally people to her cause, both adults and children. It's a skill, all right, and forcing her to be well behaved puts a lid on it. Well, this teddy bear has sure been through the wars. Don't worry, I'll help Hook repair Jun, but I'll need to find some stuffing. Wait, look at the eyes.
Pretty, they look like gemstones.
They must be Erebus? Huh. Strange, I didn't notice when I sewed them on.
Are they worth a lot?
I'm no appraiser, but these two gems look to be high quality. Well, our war-torn bear here just became a priceless doll. Not bad, Jun.
Wow, what are the odds? Wasn't expecting that. I don't think I could have ever predicted that.
Did the old witch yell at you?
She did.
But you were only there to help Hook. I'm sorry, honorary member. Never mind that. You didn't tell her what I was really up to, did you?
She has excellent intuition.
Well, I'm aware of that. I just didn't want to upset her. Anyway, why are you still standing here, silly? Do you have something to report to the boss of the moles?
Jun's eyes are precious gems.
Gems? Does that mean he's worth a lot of money?
Will you sell him?
Of course I'll sell him. If the gems are expensive, Hook can buy a better birthday gift for Daddy. Anyhow, this is super useful intel. If you've been with the moles a bit longer, I'd be promoting you to third in command right now. I'll need your help again after Natasha fixes Jun. Always be prepared to answer the call of Pitch Dark Hook the Great.
Interesting. So Hook's quest is broken up into multiple quests. Promotion. Tomorrow, Wildfire will host the auction near the Vagrant Camp at the outskirts. The Robot Settlement. Everybody in the underworld is invited. Buyers, vendors, please register your name prior to the auction. If you want to know more, talk to our team members. Boulder Town News Office. Alright, so Hook's quest line is in multiple parts, which means this will be part 2 and 3. There's something fun about playing as Hook, because the camera's super zoomed in. You get, like, a whole different perspective on everything. Makes the world feel much bigger and more impressive.
Love at first sight, sold at first strike. The Wildfire used item auction is opening soon. If you're interested, head down to the Vagrant Camp and get involved. Outsider! I remember you. Perhaps you're hoping to find some treasures at the auction too. We're not sticklers at this auction. You'll find everything from exotic Bellabog rarities to tattered roadside socks.
Huh.
Well, after Wildfire got involved in the maintenance of the Vagrant camp, they saw there was a big resource distribution problem. People would rather keep a stockpile of useless objects than exchange them for useful resources. So we intend to hold a public auction. We'll allow folks to make the best use of the stuff they have by exchanging it for the stuff they need. It's mostly vagrants from the camp, but Boulder Town residents are welcome to join as well, of course. The more attendees we have, the more items there will be for trade, and the better we can meet the auction's goal. Buyers and sellers must all register their personal information. To ensure the quality of items, the sellers must also register details for each item. Then there's the standard auction procedure. The auctioneer presents the items, and the bidders place their bids on the spot. Pretty straightforward, don't you think? Oh, plenty! Gloves used by Chief Oleg, the domestic robot that Miss Fedora built. There are lots of prospectors hunting for ancient relics in the Vagrant camp, so there should be a lot of unique items at this auction. For example, I heard that one of the goods up for auction is a barely used geomarrow probe.
Geomarrow probe.
Ah, never heard of a treasure like that before, huh? More excited about the auction now? Oh, here. Take this pamphlet. It has more information on all the rarities up for auction. Remember to stop by the Vagrant camp. Be there, or be square.
I should
So
tell
the
Hook
first
about the
part of the
geomarrow
mission,
probe.
trying
She
to
might
fix
want to help Fursman get his treasure back.
because that the geomarrow probe was Fursman's prized possession that broke during the first quest line. Now we just gotta go up and find Hook again.
28.
Run, Hook, run! Use those stubby little
My
legs.
team is hiring.
Honorary member. I was just about to go see you. Huh. What's so urgent? Spit it out.
I know where Fursman's probe is.
How did you know what I was thinking? Hook was about to ask you about the probe. Honorary member. You found some clues? The auction. So that's where the probe is?
Do you know what auction means?
Do you think Hook's stupid or something?
Not stupid, uninformed.
At the auction, I can sell Jun and buy a birthday gift for Daddy. Yeah! Jun is still with the old witch. Let's go get him and then register for the auction.
I want to talk to Julian real quick.
Where can I get some Snow White?
Julian, I got your stuff here. I heard Hook say you took adventure in Ribbit Town just to find my marbles. Thank you so much, miss, but I don't read too much into it. It's not enough for you to be second in command in the moles. You gotta get past me. And he ain't planning on giving up my position just yet. Okay, just give me my stuff. Hand over Julian's things. Is all this my stuff? Thank you, miss. Glass marbles I won. Are these also mine? For Julian in 50 years' time. Ah, that's the key for the iron gates behind Business Street. No one needs it anymore. Thank you so much. Oh, what happened? Give me so much stuff, miss. I have to give you something too. Well, how about this copy of the Adventurer's Moles? Adventurous Moles? Oh, miss, do you know about the Adventurous Moles too? Sorry, I haven't read it. And you have to read it. It's full of interesting adventures. There are all kinds of stories in the Adventurous Moles, but this edition is a bit strange. It's only got the preface to the table of contents. You read the preface. The Moles' Adventurous Tips. The Moles' Adventure Tips. Welcome, kid. Join the Adventurous Moles. Put your knowledge and courage to the test with Becky, Carbine, and Pava as you become the fourth little mole. The book is divided into 4 parts, each with its own unique story. A riddle will appear at the end of each part for you to solve. The adventurers This time is different from the mall's past visits to distant jungles, icy mountains, temple ruins. The backdrop of the story is the place of our little moles familiar with Belbog. During this adventure, a group of archaeologists uncovered the will left by Drake. I've enjoyed almost 50 years of adventures and have almost every destination in Belbog. Along the way, I've collected a plethora of exotic treasures, some of which I donated to the Belbog Museum, while the most dangerous and enigmatic of which I have hidden. The treasure location was drawn on a treasure map, with which was then divided into many pieces and placed in invisible chests. Only the person who finds the treasure chest will then be able to find my treasure. This time in the Adventurous Moles, it's up to you, our fourth little mole, to find all the pieces of the story. If you follow the hints on the list, they'll lead you to the correct locations where you'll be able to gather the book pages. The pages with concealed clues or by riddles will lead you to the invisible treasure chests. By collecting all the pages, not only will you complete a copy of the Adventurous Mole's hidden treasure, but you will also discover Drake the Great's adventurer's treasure. Every clue in the story may hold a key understanding riddle. Alright. If you follow the clues in the table of contents, you can find the corresponding locations. Collect pages of the book. It seems to be saying that this edition is meant to have book pages, but they're all hidden somewhere, and we have to use the table of contents to use the clues and find the hidden pages. Unexpected parchment, entrance near the open air cafe, backwater pass. Missing miner's lamp. In the Boulder Town Great Mine, the moles have found notes left by Drake. In a cave which stored shells, Ribbit Town moles. Treasure hunt battlefield. Alright. Alright. Well, that's interesting.
Well, are you hurt? Let me take a look.
Stupid witchy old Natasha! have you finished fixing June?
Oh, your teddy bear? He's nearly done. Here, take a look at him.
Wow, he looks brand new! Natasha, you're incredible.
Glad to be of service. Now then, did you really bring her over here with you just to pick up June? Come on now, what are you guys up to this time?
We're going to the auction. No, that's not what we're going to do.
We're going to the auction.
Hey, you big mouth.
The auction? The one at the vagrant camp? So you made me go through all this effort to repair June just so you could sell him?
Honorary member, think of something.
Commencing plan, think of something.
You two make an adorable duo. I was only joking, Huck. June is yours, and it's entirely up to you what you do with him. But you must make one promise to me.
Wait, what is it?
Don't go charging into the Fragmentum again. Mr. Fursman heard about what you did and came to me to find out what happened. Your dad worries about you. Stop giving him reasons to.
Daddy? Okay. I swear I'll never meet Natasha or Daddy worry again.
I'm going to have to trouble you to keep an eye on this kid again. You seem to be doing a good job, so I'll leave it at that.
No, please. We need an adult supervision.
Off you go then, and good luck.
Thanks, Natasha.
When I hang out with a kid, I turn into a kid.
Let's head to the auction.
Alright. Where to next? Robot settlement. Why are we going to the robot settlement?
Welcome! Are you here to take part in the auction?
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. The Vagrant Camp is in the robot
Construction
settlement. I
this
forgot about
teddy
that.
bear.
Teddy bear. How about I take a look at it first, little missy? With all due respect, I don't think this item will generate much interest at the auction. I don't see any value in it.
Actually, the bear is worth quite a lot of money.
Okay, let me take another look. The craftsmanship is excellent, and the fabric is soft. But I'm afraid that won't command a high price on its own.
Take a closer look at the eyes.
The eyes. Huh. Wait a minute. That's natural Erebus. What are precious gems doing on such an ugly teddy?
Hey, who are you calling ugly? Take that back.
Well, 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 who'd have thought it? Allow me to make a suggestion. You should only auction off the gems.
What are you talking about? You can't just take Junjun's eyes off.
Whoever buys him is going to do that anyway, Hook.
All right. Don't get upset, little missy. I'll respect the wish of the owner and keep Junjun here intact. Please, sign this commodity contract here.
Let me do it.
And if you and your friend would like to bid, please fill out this buyer registration form as well.
All right. That should be easy.
Of course we'd like to bid. I'll sign again. Honorary member, ask about the probe.
Probe? Are you talking about the Geomarrow probe? As far as I know, there are a lot of people interested in acquiring that device. The estimated sale price is no less than 600 shield.
That's a lot of money.
Because it's a rare and useful treasure, the Geomarrow probe will be up for bidding in the final round of the auction. But don't worry, the gems on your teddy bear are also very valuable. You'll have the chance to bid on the probe if someone's willing to pay a high price for him.
So what are the odds that Firstman ends up buying the teddy bear? What are the odds he buys the teddy bear in the auction? I just think that'd be funny. I'm great at bidding a price up. No, that's...
Don't be so pessimistic. I'll tell you a secret. The more bidders there are, the more you can get for your bear here. The place is teeming with potential buyers. It only takes a gentle nudge to get them to join in.
Hook doesn't get it.
That's
What are we supposed to
scummy.
do?
You're not supposed to do that at an auction. You end up like Ludwig, overbidding on on a spoon or gavel. Deceive them with charismatic rhetoric.
I won't be much help then. Hook never deceives anyone. Let's ask around. Junjun's super cute. I'm sure there'll be loads of people interested in buying him.
Alright. Eric, little thief. Who are you looking for? I'm looking for a lady. She's a Silvermane guard. Have you seen someone like that? Didn't we meet in Rivet Town earlier? You talking about Branya? Her name was Branya? Now I remember. Okay, this basically confirms Eric is the guy I expected him to be.
Hey, have you seen a lady with silver hair?
Alright, Eric. You interested in the teddy bear? Hey, Peek's over here too, I think. I run you. Or that's just Peak's model, I guess.
Well, look at that! That's no ordinary teddy bear.
Because its eyes are Erebus?
Wait, how did you know that? Unless you're a fellow gemologist. Yes, I didn't think anyone else had noticed. I guess getting my hands on those gems won't be so simple after all. But it's so absurd. I don't understand why precious gems would be sewn onto a teddy bear. Is this some new kind of scam?
Man, that's like a catchphrase in this game. Is that some new kind of scam? How many times have we seen that exact line of text in this game? Too many to count.
So you don't think Junjun deserves those gems?
Junjun? Who's that?
We are, in fact, the bear's sellers.
Why didn't you bring that up earlier? Your item has piqued my curiosity. In any case, Erebus of that purity is hard to come by in the underworld. I have to get my hands on that bear, even if it means breaking the bank.
I wonder what the going rate for the bear will be. Probably like 300 shield, maybe?
Junjun will break your bank for sure.
The gemologist will be bidding too. Hook's teddy bear may be the center of attention.
Don't try
Weird
making
man.
conversation with me. I don't trust anyone here.
Okay.
I'm warning you, there's only one winner at an auction. Everyone here is one of my competitors.
Well, at least it's a friendly crowd.
You think you can fool me? The friendlier they are on the outside, the more devious they are on the inside.
What is this guy's deal?
Seems like this guy's got a real bad temper.
Temper? What temper? I'm perfectly calm, thank you. You're sellers, right? I just caught sight of a teddy bear on the bid list. Is that yours? You two with your poker faces. You got a trick up your sleeves with that bear.
This guy thinks that the whole world is against him. What should we do, honorary member?
The bear is garbage. Don't bid on it.
Trying to dupe me into not bidding on it, huh? Fine, then I will bid on it. I won't let this opportunity slip.
We could find the auctioneer now and kick off the bidding. Although there is still some time left. We could also see if we missed any buyers.
Find buyers and try to sell the toy at a high price. Let's see who else is in the area.
I came because I heard there was an auction, but there's nothing I want here.
Has anyone seen my grandson?
Oh, God.
Oh, finally! Don't run off again. You're such a disobedient... Oh, how many times have I told you to stay close to me? You'll get lost. Oh. Help! This is my flesh and blood. Now, how could I possibly... Oh, come on. Let Grandma see that cute little face.
Just let the grandma take Hook and then we walk away slowly.
Oh, for the love of... You're not my grandson after all. Well, then where has my darling grandson gone to? Oh, dear me. This is dreadful. It's dreadful.
Optional, find potential buyer and help the lost child.
So, why you hanging around here by yourself, Tiny?
Yeah, Tiny. Where are your parents? You didn't go out on your own, did you?
But you brought me over here. My grandma's just over there.
I didn't expect this to happen.
Did we give you permission to speak? All right, enough, Mr. Nice Guy. Give us the money, now!
Robbing a child? New low.
Huh? Who the heck are you? Boss, these two must have more money than this brat. Let's rob them instead.
Agreed. Get him.
Alright. Time to fight some vagrants.
Time for a buzz.
Pretty good crowd today.
Keep up. Perfect.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it.
These guys are so much less threatening when there's only one of them.
You took the bait.
This song's for you.
Let's rock. Specimens.
That was easy.
You're safe. Go find your family.
That was really brave of you. I hope I can be half as strong as you someday. Thanks so much, guys. I gotta go.
Isn't this the kid we just saved?
Oh, it's that brave girl. Grandma! Grandma! They're the ones who saved me.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I can't even begin to express my gratitude.
We had to intervene.
Thank you both so much. He's my only grandson, and I don't know what I would have done.
Can we buy the teddy bear at the auction, Grandma?
I'm sure that teddy bear must have belonged to a nice person. Let's go and take a look. If Grandma wins the auction, don't tell your parents I bought it. Let's pretend it was a gift from this kind young lady.
Grandma's the best.
Aw, they're really sweet. Junjun will be super happy if they take him home. Anyway, we should get going. Come on, honorary member.
What is this guy?
Teddy bear? I've seen it. The one with the Erebus eyes, right? I was planning on bidding for it.
But not anymore?
Correct. I rushed over here from a neighboring town and forgot my darn wallet.
Well, that can't be helped.
But I also have my own items to auction, and a commodity contract. If I can sell my stuff at a good price, I might be able to afford the bear.
So, what's the catch?
The catch is, I lost the contract.
Well, that can't be helped.
Wow, they just used the same line there.
Not so fast. I know where the contract is.
And?
A robot stole it. And now it's lurking somewhere in the machine graveyard. And I'm too terrified to go after it.
How the fuck did that happen?
Just my luck. If I can't retrieve the contract, I won't be able to buy the bear.
Alright. Machine graveyard's the area down there, right? Yep. It's right up there? Okay, that was easy. Excuse me, fellas. Is it you?
Time for a buzz.
Pretty good crowd today.
Keep up. Perfect. Here, try this.
Good thing we brought Serval on the team. I feel like shock is so commonly a weakness that I had felt it was absolutely necessary to just start leveling up Serval.
Alright.
Alright.
Pitch dark hook the great hazard
fun animation.
This song's just for you.
Turn up the volume.
Fight
This
it
should be
or
enough
rock
to kill
with
them all.
it. My music.
Hopefully.
Conquer us all.
Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection. Relax. Deep breaths.
You're a good person. Didn't expect that, right? Is this a contact that careless guy lost? Let's give it back to him.
That was easy enough. I thought that would take longer. There's a whole lot of optional portions to this quest. You could practically speedrun it if you really wanted to.
When am I gonna catch a break? Huh? But that robot stole it. How did you...
We defeated the evil robot and got your contact back.
Really? Thank you so much. Now, if I can just sell my items, I'll have enough money to bid on the Erebus Teddy. You two have done me a huge favor. I won't forget it.
Let's see if there's anybody else to talk to. That's just auction staff.
Hey, have you seen a lady with
Oh, it's Eunice, the 88 degrees of bedrock. Yo. Yo? Just settle down and listen to me, you artless little cells. Infernal combustion engine rap champion, 88 degrees of bedrock in the house, and owner of the underworld rap scene. Here's some of my rhymes to drive away the winter blues. 4,000 days, no light gets dark. 4,000 kids, no home, they get stark. No more food left in the cupboard, the mood is dire. Like fire burning, she knows the bread kids desire. Fragile, innocent, young eyes peeking through windows. Life can be so tough, all your mama really knows. Fixating, hating, these problems never really abating. Swooping past outside, an honest shadow, take a look. 10 square feet of sadness written down in the notebook. Noting down the starlight, oh, it's so romantic. Painting the scene, heartbreaking and tragic. Broken heart, cause freedom keeps going. Dignity stolen, we drift now. That it's snowing. Just for a crust of bread, just get the liberation. Go against the grain like an alien guardian. The wheels they were turning, the snow a nation. Our era will be a complete reconciliation. 4,000 days, 4,000 nights. Kids think glaciers, just frozen milk. 4,000 homes, 8,000 eyes. Those sweet red crumbs like scattered snowflakes. Yeah. Yeah, New tracks? Creation isn't just some kind of simple game. Rap is how I break out of my prison in pain. I got my beat, lyrics fall on feet. Building up my confidence with flow so elite. Don't tell me what to do, don't tell me what to be. Mess with my genius and you'll be sorry. Don't be such a coward, we're gonna stop the clock. Catch me when I'm mad, I'll explode, tick tock. That's all I gotta say. Don't force me to create. Those with no talent can just up and wait. No one made you listen. Whatever you were hoping, your parents should be taught. Not to eat with your mouth open. We got 88 degrees of bedrock. Respect the name. Or I'll beat you like a debt collector. Bring in the pain. That's enough for me. Don't think that's all I got. I'm worried you can't handle it if I shot my shot. That's enough for me. Don't try to match this genius. My little finger rapper could still take to the cleaners. Yeah. Forget about it. Winter City Trap.
I heard there was something called a Geomarrow probe at this auction. But I didn't think it would be so pricey.
Where did you hear that? What is a Geomarrow probe exactly?
I'm not sure. But it was Balloway that told me. I'm not sure why he wants it.
Watch the Geomarrow probe we buy in the auction just be the same one that Firstman's the one that put up on auction.
So expensive. There must be a lot of people after it for the price to skyrocket like that.
Oh, who cares about that probe thing? There's a teddy bear at the auction that looks pretty valuable.
What's so appealing about a toy? We're clearly operating on different wavelengths. I heard there was something.
Where did you?
I'm not. So.
Oh, who cares about?
What's so appealing about a toy?
There's just people that want to get the teddy bear just cause. That's funny.
Please wait a moment. The auction will be... The next item has been provided by Hook, a gemstone collector from Boulder Town. It's a handmade teddy bear adorned with Erebus. An innovative design, it combines incredibly valuable Erebus gemstones with a good old-fashioned cuddly teddy bear. The opening bid is 300 shield.
Damn, we're starting off there? I thought it would start off at like 100.
325.
Oh, the weird man.
Oh, you're adding 25. Isn't that...
Hey, what's the problem with 325? That's my offer.
He's a weird man.
350.
I'll add another 50.
Oh wow, the old lady.
And I'll add 50 to that.
Careless vagrant.
I'm putting my reputation as a gemologist on the line. I have to get my hands on that Erebus.
Add another 100 shield.
550 going once. Any buyers going higher? 550 shield for the Erebus teddy bear going twice. Any other offers? 550 shield going 3 times. And sold. Phew. The gems belong to me.
Oh, I hope this money is enough to buy the probe.
Probably not. Even if it isn't, you can still get another gift.
That's true, but I want to help Daddy get his treasure back.
The bidding for the Geomarrow probe has been postponed due to unanticipated complications at the venue. Please be patient and don't leave the auction if you want to bid on it. Don't worry, everyone. Just a minor technical issue. We'll take a quick break now, and the auction will resume soon.
A break? Do you think there's something wrong with the Geomarrow probe?
Technical glitches are always excuses.
Let's go ask that staff member. What happened to the Geomarrow probe? You tell me right now, straight away, immediately.
There's nothing to worry about. It's just a technical issue.
You don't sound very convincing. Did someone steal it?
Well, we can't say for sure that it was stolen. We've contacted the seller and sent some people in search. We should soon be able to...
Who would dare steal from Wildfire?
Yeah. Why is Wildfire so incompetent? You should have put the moles in charge. I gotta catch the thief and get the probe back. Any ideas, honorary member?
Let's have a look at the auction registration form.
Are you suggesting that someone altered the registration form? That's simply not possible. We've been keeping a close eye on everything.
Fool! What the honorary member means is that the thief only came here to create trouble. They weren't interested in buying or selling, right?
You're smarter than I thought.
When the going gets smart, the boss of the moles gets smarter.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Aside from you, there was someone else who registered as a buyer but never put in a bid. And I think there was a miner who registered with him. Come on, let's go and interrogate them.
These two?
Hi, excuse me. May I ask where the miner who registered with you is gone?
Him? I think he went back into town.
So, he already ran away.
He came here saying he wanted to buy the Geo-Marrow probe, but then he changed his mind for some reason and ran back to Boulder Town alone. I don't know him all that well. Why don't you just head into town and look for him?
Do you really think he'll turn out to be a thief? I'm not so sure now. Anyway, outsiders, you should go and look for him in Boulder Town. I need to make sure the other buyers haven't left. If you don't find anything, the thief might still be among us.
Ugh.
Let's head back to Boulder Town and catch the thief.
Alright, Boulder Town. Right over there? Oh, that's right. He's probably trying to sell it to the old relic guy. What's his name? Bonin? Bosman?
Hey, you! Did you take the Geo-Marrow probe? Hand it over right now!
Huh? What? Who are you? Where are the people I'm supposed to meet up with?
Honorary member, we shouldn't waste any time talking to him. Let's just knock him out.
What could a couple of brats do to me? Do you even know how much the probe is worth?
It's a very important treasure.
You two better think twice. The boss put in a lot of effort to find this item. If you even...
Enough talk! How about a Diggertron knuckle sandwich?
How much do people want to wager that Sampo's involved? That being said, Sampo was involved in the first part of Hook's treasure quest line.
Time for a buzz.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up. My tempo!
Perfect. Now's my chance. This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Alright, let's see if we can just get a chain reaction of bombs to go off. One down.
No, you don't!
And you're done.
Time for a buzz.
This song's just for you.
And that should be it.
Okay, enough. I give up, okay? Stay calm. I'll give you the probe. Just listen to me. I overheard the auctioneer say that the Geo-Marrow probe would fetch at least 600 shield. 600 shield. Have you ever seen that much money?
I mean, I had 700 at one point.
You? Yeah, right. I don't believe you. How about this? The boss, along with a few buddies and I, we put together 600 shield and buy the probe from you. Hmm?
No! Hook won't do that!
Come on, Missy. Don't be so stubborn. We can talk it over. Oh, I see. You just want to keep the probe to yourselves, right?
Belongs to your dad, Hook.
Maybe it did in the beginning, but things have changed now. Let's go, honorary member. Back to the auction.
It's only fair to put it back on the auction.
You're just gonna give it back? That's 600 shield! 600! At least think about it!
There's nothing to think about, Mr. Thief. I want this detector, but I don't want to be a louse like you. We're gonna win it at the auction fair and square. Let's go.
Is that what it's supposed to look like? Okay.
You got the probe back? Amazing! Fantastic! The owner asked me to pass on 150 shield as a reward for retrieving it.
Really? What a nice guy.
And thanks to you, the auction house has regained its credibility. Please, accept an extra 50 shield.
That's 200 shield!
That puts us up to 750. We have a pretty good shot at getting the probe anyway.
You've earned it. Besides, if you win the bid for the Geomarrow probe, you'll have paid back the seller anyway, right?
This is like a discount from the seller.
Well, I didn't say that, but you could certainly interpret it that way.
Hook generously accepts the reward. We've got 750 shield for the auction!
Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, the technical issue has been resolved. The second half of the auction is about to commence. Please gather in an orderly manner.
Let's wait for the auction to begin.
The next item up for auction has been provided by a veteran prospector from the Vagrant Camp. It's an ancient relic, a Geomarrow probe. The item itself was once a key component of another old world relic, and its one-of-a-kind craftsmanship has long since ceased to exist. This meticulously preserved probe is a rare work of art. The opening bid is 400 shield.
I think it's funny, because I bet it was Firstman that put this up on the auction in the beginning.
450!
480!
500.
520!
550!
560!
Order? You're just throwing bids out at random.
650!
Yikes.
700!
720!
Everyone's looking at us. What should we do? 750!
750! Did you hear that, everyone? That's what a one-of-a-kind treasure costs. 750 shield going once. 750 shield going twice. 750 shield going 3 times. And sold! Congratulations to the winner!
Honorary member, did I win the bid? Does Hook really get the probe?
Wake up, this isn't a dream.
Hook actually won the bid! Big sister, thank you so much. Hook would never have won the probe without your help.
It's what an honorary member should do.
It doesn't matter whether you're an honorary member or not. Just accept Pitch Dark Hook the Great's gratitude. Let's go see the old witch later. I'll ask her to wrap this probe up as a beautiful gift for Daddy.
Alright. Now let's see if I was right and Firstman was the one who put this probe up for auction. And then, bought the teddy bear off of the gem. Hello, Hook.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness.
Hook and I are back.
Natasha!
Hook, you look very happy. Did something good happen?
Mine and Daddy's birthday party is starting soon. Can you help me wrap up this gift? I want to surprise Daddy.
You rascal. You only come and find me in situations like this.
I don't know why I couldn't wrap the gift, to be honest. I'm good at that.
Please, Natasha. I'll help you clean the clinic for half a month if you help me.
Deal. I can't believe you won such a valuable item. Junjun must have fetched a small fortune, huh?
We persuaded lots of people to bid on him.
Even with the Erebus, you must have put in a lot of effort to get such a good price. Fursman will be very happy with his gift. By the way, Hook, how are your birthday party plans coming along? Have you invited this young lady?
Oh, not yet. Big sister, do you want to come to my birthday party?
I don't see why not. Can I say no?
Great. I'll contact the other members of the moles, too. Come find me when you're ready. We'll go together.
I kind of wish we had the funny, cute sound effects for when Hook walks, like they do in the combat battle, with the little sound effect. It's really funny. Find Hook and get ready for the birthday party. Alright. Oh, they're all up here. Wonder who all's gonna be there. Probably Julian, right? Yep. And Alyssa.
Boss! The big hero you mentioned is here.
Julian, knock it off.
What are you guys talking about?
Hook would never compliment an honorary member behind their back. We were talking about the birthday party. You want to hear about it too? Well, I had to invite Daddy first. Speaking of birthdays, Daddy never used to celebrate them. He only started doing it when he adopted Hook. I also invited other members of the moles and... Oh, yeah, Zila too! She couldn't come today, but she said she'd still send me a gift. I also invited the old witch, Sweta, and you, of course, the honorary member.
Wow, you invited Sveta.
We were talking about the birthday party.
I'm honestly impressed you remember Sveta. She was from the first part of the Hook questline, from what I remember. She's the one that helped us find Fursman's probe the first time. All there be to eat.
Well, Aunt Gertie always makes a big black bean cake for Hook's birthday. Oh, and Daddy always makes a huge roasted rock crab for me. It makes my mouth water just thinking about it. And don't forget about Diggertron. Daddy brings a year's worth of machine oil and Diggertron drinks it all up.
Sounds like they spoil you.
I'm the boss of the moles. If I don't get enough to eat, how will I have the energy to punish villains? We were talking about the birthday party. You want to hear about it too?
Alright.
I do hope you will forgive the ramblings of an old man, but I would like to say a few words.
Go ahead and ramble, old man. You earned it.
I had no idea when my birthday was before I adopted Hook. And I most certainly did not celebrate it. I didn't realize how important birthday celebrations were until I met my daughter. That is why I chose to have my birthday on the same day as Hook, so that we could celebrate this special day together.
He's such a great dad.
That continued year after year, until I too began to look forward to the party. Today is an extra special day. In addition to the moles, Hook has invited a dear and brave new friend. I hope you have a wonderful time at the party today.
This is a small thing that I notice a lot in Star Rail that I wish Genshin did. I like how that they when they do the voice delivery for the text line, they skip the name. Because a lot of the ways the sentences are usually structured around it anyway, you don't have to say the Trailblazer or say the Traveler. Thank you all for inviting me.
Natasha told me that you helped Hook retrieve a teddy bear. It used to be that Hook could only fall asleep when she held that bear in her arms.
Daddy, don't bring that up. Hook's grown up now. I can sleep without hugging June.
Life has gotten increasingly difficult since we left the mining town. All those days away at work have meant that your dad hasn't always been around to look after you. But fortunately, June was always with you, to keep you company when I wasn't around.
Oh, Daddy, I have to tell you something.
No.
I sold June.
Huh? You sold him?
Oh, don't worry, Daddy. I don't need a doll to keep me company anymore. Natasha, the moles, and the honorary member will keep me company from now on, so I won't be lonely.
You sold him. I truly am an incompetent father. I had no idea.
Not true. I know you care about me the most, Daddy. I just didn't tell you because I didn't want you to worry.
Thank you, Hook. But the birthday gift I've chosen is,
Huh? What did you get for me, Daddy?
It's something for the bear?
This... a teddy bear's cap, clothes, and a dresser? And a little home for him.
Oh.
Toy-making companies are increasingly scarce this year. I had to travel to different towns. I never expected June might have been sold. What a shame.
It's okay, Daddy. Don't cry. Natasha will teach me how to make another doll. Oh, yeah, I got a gift for you, too. Open it and take a look.
It's the probe he sold.
For me? I'm curious. It's the Geomaro probe.
She helped me to bid for it at the auction. I bought it with the money I got from selling June. With this, you should be able to repair the vein detector. Right, Daddy? Daddy?
Thank you so much, Hook. Daddy really likes this birthday gift. But, I might not be able to use it right now.
Huh? Well, why not?
It's like this, Hook. I bought your gift with the money I got from selling the vein detector.
So my gift is also useless.
This is the same as that famous Christmas carol. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh.
The one about, like, I think it's like the harmonica and like the chain watch. I can't remember what it's called.
Do you still like the gift I got for you?
Of course. Your gifts are the best in the world.
Well, I feel the same way about your gift, Hook. Me and you are in the same boat.
Daddy!
What a great family moment. We get the June character icon. You know, Natasha is more than capable of sewing it more precisely, but you prefer the tattered punk rock look. June, let me ask you, who's the baddest of the bad guys down in the underworld? Gift of the Magi. Alright. And that was only an hour and a half, which means I guess we can go and move on and do the Natasha one. And we have the Adventurous Moles, which gets you 100 shield as well. Which I'll probably do this one off stream. A lot of these ones that I do just to get like the currency that you use at the specialty shops, I usually just do these off stream because I like buying the extra stuff. Gives me a few extra upgrade materials here and there. But hey, That means we can check something off of my to-do list, finally. Which means that's a check off for slices of life before the furnace. Which means there's 3 boxes left checked underneath that. And this is a little bit of a double feature, because technically, we had to do multiple parts. It looks like some of these are all multiple parts. Because, that was basically Foreman's treasure, Hook's treasure, Hook's gift. That was 3 parts. And I apologize for how long we've been waiting on this, because part 1 we did, like, what feels like over a month ago. Well, it's time for Origin of Medicine. Alright. Let's swap the team. Get it on theme.
Room for an old witch, Hook?
I have never heard that quote. Okay. So, let's grab Senor Business.
Miss Natasha! I thought I owed you a favor.
Alright.
I wish you all a journey that is free
Where
of
there is business, there is Sampo.
You came at a good time. There is something you can help me with. According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits. It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. I'm a bit concerned. Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society?
No. Sounds like a charitable organization.
Generally speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative emotional effects of being ill. But there might be more to this society than that. I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society.
God, now I'm remembering the
Certainly
Mutual
makes
Aid
you
Network
wonder.
mission in Genshin. I won't spoil it for you here, but that's the whole plot of Risley's character quest, if you haven't done it yet. Go do it. It's really fun.
And the most suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything about it.
Fun. Fun in
And
quotation
that's
marks,
where
for
you
sure.
might be able to help.
Do I need to be ill before I make any inquiries?
That won't be necessary. But it will help if you pretend to be a patient. Help me investigate this so-called mutual aid society and find out exactly what they're up to. If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're bringing harm to my patients, I won't just sit on the sidelines. Can I entrust you with this task?
Yes. No problem. Leave it to me.
This little clinic has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me out, I wouldn't be able to focus on giving them quality care. Good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly when you're back.
The Origin of Medicine. I wonder if things are going to get a lot better for Natasha now that the overworld's been opened up.
You. I've seen you in the clinic. You run errands for Natasha, right?
Well, there goes my cover.
Your cover? What are you talking about? Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up visit, right? What's the use? I'm terminal. Life will be over before I know it.
Yikes. Didn't expect that all this quickly. What's Natasha's diagnosis?
Of course not. I read it in a book. Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly. I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway through. For people in my situation, a follow-up visit is just a waste of time and money. Not to mention medicine.
So nothing to do with you joining the Mutual Aid Society then?
Mutual aid what now? What are you talking about? What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. I guess I'm too proud.
Parents was more important in your life, I
Are
feel
you
you.
making fun of me? Have at it. You won't change my mind. Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's great, but Vash was always my number one.
Who's Dr. Vash?
Natasha's brother. They both used to practice medicine back in Rivettown.
Oh, I didn't know Natasha had a brother.
I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Bellabog's main hospital wanted him. I've no idea what convinced him to set up down here. A kind heart, maybe.
Free medical care. As an American, I don't buy it. I would love to have free medical care. We don't have that in the States because we have these evil things called insurance companies that cause hospitals to overcharge for everything. That make you have to go through them to get medical care.
What do you mean? Dr. Vash was a people's doctor. He handed out free medicine. He even followed up with detailed questions on how he felt. The underworld is always short on medical resources. They say that Dr. Vash made all his own medicine himself. You think I don't want to? I heard that he passed away. I should keep my voice down. Don't go telling anyone else about this next bit. I heard that Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vash's death. They say she was jealous that her brother had stolen her patients, so she...
Do you believe that?
It's just something people were saying. I don't think Dr. Natasha could do something like that. Forget I said anything. Since Dr. Natasha sent you over specially, I'll do her a favor. I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later. Bye for now.
I hope you misdiagnosed. I hope that whatever you have isn't terminal.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues.
That was not
I
the
should find
takeaway
another
there,
patient
Cam.
to talk to.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Everything's muffled.
Wanted to ask why you're not going for your follow-up visit.
A follow-up visit? Is that what you're asking about? Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup.
Okay, gotta shift in my chair.
But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Even if they could cure me. I'm sure I wouldn't be around for long. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Jeez, it's starting to like all the patients that don't come for the follow-up visits have one foot in the grave. No time wasted.
Not for youngsters like yourself. When you get to my time of life, good health is a bit of a luxury, I'm afraid.
God, I wish it wasn't that way.
My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough.
Yikes.
Then, one day, he said he needed to take care of some things at the mine. He never came back. He was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. Ah, selfish old fool. I miss him. Now that he's gone, who cares how long I stick around?
I'm sure plenty of people do. I'm sure he's up there caring right now.
Do you think so? Wouldn't he want me to hurry up and join him?
He wouldn't have been giving you all of his medicine if that were the case.
Kids today. and don't give up easily.
Don't argue with me. I'll use facts and logic.
Okay, you win. It's off for another follow-up visit with Dr. Natasha, I suppose. Did you want to say something else? My ears are terrible.
You heard about the Mutual Aid Society?
Virtual who?
Mutual Aid Society.
I heard you. Do you have to shout? No, I've never heard of any mutual aid society.
28. Avoiding a follow-up visit due to her husband. I should find another patient to talk to.
Boom.
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient too, or did Dr. Natasha send you over?
What makes you say that?
Who else would care about people like me? I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries and medicine for other people.
You have a dispute with her?
A dispute? No. She's the only kind-hearted doctor in the underworld. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic and no real efficacy. She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. In the end, it's the patients who suffer, and she just tires herself out.
I mean, there is a bit of a distribution and equality issue.
Miners like me don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking. Did you, know Dr. Vash? His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. You just need to, be willing to, take a little risk.
Okay, now I'm starting to see some weirdness coming in.
Dr. Vash's medicine is different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse, and the unlucky ones check out early. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. You know why?
They're willing to gamble with their life?
You're smarter than you look. When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking it all.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of a gambler.
For people like us, a slow and torturous treatment is the same as a death sentence. If it's between that and a quick result, we'll take the latter.
I'll take slow and torturous, thank you.
Forget it. Why am I telling you all this? Dr. Vash is dead anyway.
Where can I go to get this wonder medicine?
What? Now you're interested in the wonder medicine? Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine. I can tell you where they trade, but there's a rule. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha, you hear? If you break the rule, you'll face the consequences.
I really doubt there's any consequences that could actually physically do anything to me.
Yeah, take this. It's the address. A final warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next? That patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
Let's investigate first. I'll come to my own decisions. Besides, it's not like she told us to report back for every little thing. We have a few different objectives. Why are we meeting in Rivet Town?
Hey,
This
where
is
do
in
you
the
think you're
Fragmentum.
going? Medicine? Oh, you mean Dr. Vash's wonder medicine, right? You're the same as everyone else that comes through here. If you want medicine, you don't need to go any further. You talk to me. And we only take cash. This ain't a charity.
What if the patient doesn't have the money?
No money? Then you don't get any. You go home and wait for death. Say, what are you trying to pull here? If you can't afford it, then get out of my sight. I've got medicine to sell. Wait a minute. Your clothes. Are you friends with that doctor woman? I've seen you at the clinic before. I know it. Get lost. Now. If you're a friend of that woman, then you're not welcome here. Shop's closed today. No customers.
Wait. What about our medicine? We've been waiting for ages.
Get lost, all of you. Save your breath and come back some other time.
This is all your fault. How are we supposed to get our wonder medicine now? You should leave. If you stay here, that guy might not ever sell to us again.
It sounds like for the better, personally. Alright, now we can report what we found in Natasha. Kinda wish I could teleport straight into her clinic.
Hard work needs hard rest.
Yeah.
Well, are you hurt? Let me take a look. So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results, and now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients? Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid.
Patient said he was willing to take the
As
risk.
a doctor, I don't accept that. I'm responsible for their well-being. My attitude towards this wonder medicine won't change. What Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply here.
Interesting.
I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along. No wonder they kept the Mutual Aid Society a secret from me. I'm guessing the patients you met weren't exactly singing my praises, which is why you tracked the dealer down and made inquiries first. I don't blame you. After everything you heard, I'm grateful you came back to find me. Your trust is important to me.
I didn't report back first because of a lack of trust. I didn't report back first because I didn't feel it was necessary.
If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about the effects.
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it. People's doctor, that's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine. The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects. It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. What mattered was having a constant stream of willing lab rats.
Yipes.
Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks. That's just how I see it.
That's a very negative point of view, but I can definitely see the truth in your words. Oh, that was the ending of the Musician's Bellow.
The medicine Vash left behind? That stuff... Can you even call it medicine? I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title doctor. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine. If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
I have a lot of bad experience. Story time. I've probably told this story at least once before, but we'll tell it again. I used to be very heavily medicated for ADHD because we used to get taken to this appointment. It was like every other week or once a week, where they would basically just sit and talk to me for a minute, and then they would prescribe me random medication. They said it was for ADHD. And then they would ask like how I felt, what side effects they give me, and then they give me medication for the side effects. And long story short, I've looked into this doctor in recent years. And by recent years, I mean I looked into it around 2010 to 12. But yeah, it looks like he was getting paid like $800 a month on the side to prescribe some pharmaceutical company's medications. Some of these medications I was on are still commonly used today, like Concerta and Zoloft, a few others whose names escape me. Yeah, this was a long time ago, though. Like 2000 to 2006. God, I hate that I could say that, and that's actually 2 decades ago. But yeah, long story short, he was more focused on pumping me full of pills. At one point, I think I was on like 3 different pills at one point. He was more focused on, and then just keep upping the dosage and upping the dosage. I think they cared more about prescribing the medication and getting the kickback for it than actually treating any of my symptoms. So the answer of this patient here, no, I would not take the medicine. Anytime I get prescribed anything, I will second guess it. Unless I know it's going to work. Like a vaccine, I take those. Or like medical treatments, I'll take those. But medication, you have to I have to know exactly what it is and exactly what it does in order for me to be convinced to take it.
Well, are you hurt? Let me take a... I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vash. My relationship with him. The things he's done in the underworld. It's a long story. I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash. What do you make of him?
It's tough for me to say.
I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the Wonder Medicine. I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine.
Yeah, here we go.
Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that, I want to ask for your help again.
Find the victim. The fact that some people were dying from taking this medication is that all I really needed to know.
Who are you? Who? And who am I?
Yeesh. You haven't introduced yourself yet.
Where's my husband? And where's my child? Where are they? You know where they are, right?
Are you okay?
You don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. Where did they go?
Come over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace. Let me explain. That poor lady. Both her husband and child became ill and passed away.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes more sense about why she's crazy. I don't think medication can do that to a person. Now, the people who took it, on the other hand. And that made her become like this?
Yes. Before her family passed away, she was a carefree young woman. Her husband and child caught a mysterious illness. The symptoms weren't grave, but their livelihood was certainly impacted. In order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they but some kind of wonder medicine. Who would have thought their condition would deteriorate so rapidly after they began using it? The two began to suffer terribly, such that death became a blessing. It wasn't long before they departed this world, one after the other.
Yipes.
From that moment on, oh, she became as you see her now. If Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her under her wing, well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
Sounds like poison.
And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. And they chose to roll the dice. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help her where we can. I just hope that one day she can lead a normal life again.
Yeesh. Oh yeah. That's sore, all right. We did a nice, funny, sad quest for Hook. Now it's time for the sad Natasha quest line, huh?
Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well.
Yeah, it sounds like it just is something that's a very highly risky thing. In the literal sense. Like gambling.
Be it Vash or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill.
Your foster dad?
The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immunity.
I think there's an achievement related to that.
But his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with the human immune system carries huge risk, and nobody in the overworld was willing to submit themselves to such experiments. As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support the medical effort below ground. Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strive to attain. She brought her brother underground and entrusted him with her clinic and laboratory. I think you know what comes next.
It's hard to believe he was your brother.
Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that.
Got it. So it's like it was a placebo effect, basically. The medicine wasn't even for their illness. It was literally just a random thing from an experimental trial for something unrelated to what they had. What was actually killing them is they were stopped getting their medical treatments. That's fucking evil.
That's why I want you to help me recover
It's worse
all the
than
wonder
snake
medicine.
oil.
Are you willing to take on this assignment?
Somebody has to do the right
Thank
thing.
you. This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine, but it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go.
What's the name of the quest? Origin of Medicine.
For the good news.
Ha, funny. My ISP just texted me asking for feedback. Should I honestly give them feedback? Alright, let's beat up a bunch of drug dealers.
Stop right there. No one's allowed up ahead. Oh, playing the hero, are we? Is this a stick-up?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're that clinic woman's lackey, aren't you? Did you think the Mutual Aid Society didn't have its own intel? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right? Men, look lively and send this idiot packing already.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with
Alrighty.
it. My music conquers all.
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well...
Gotta make it worth my while.
Time for the main event. Turn up the volume.
These are like the two enemies that we don't really have the types for.
You're in bad shape. Huh. More enemies. Time for a buzz.
That's why we bring Silverwolf, so I don't really have to care all that much.
A delicate operation.
Really? It's just this tiny little pile here? Experiment numbers. They must be the wonder medicine.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider. I didn't take you for a bandit and a thief.
Well,
you listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many of our members. Are you sure you want to deprive them of that? Those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you. The underworld is full of sickness. What would happen if we left it all to that clinic to treat?
They'd probably be better off, but...
My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't she be thanking me?
The reagent... It is still a reagent at the end of the day, so Natasha probably could still use it rather than destroy it.
Seems like you are quite bent on
Confiscating
dismantling
it
our
seems to be
operations,
for the
aren't
best. Destroying it, I'm actually kind of against, personally. The only people that should be taking something like this is if it has proper diagnosis that warrants it. That's my take on medication.
Fine. Seeing as you came all this way, it'd be rude. Men, seize the medicine thief.
Alright. Let's just deal with this nonsense.
Can you let me have some fun this time for a buzz? This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Focus on killing the vagrants first, if there's problems. I'm not a big fan of the automaton beetles because of the fact that they give themselves block.
Keep up with my tempo. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Nice. We managed to get the stacks high enough.
Nap time. Huh. More time for a buzz.
Alright, Sampo, you're up. Man, that's Sampo Eidolon putting in work.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you? Why are you taking away our moneymaker?
Moneymaker? So you admit it then? You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble already.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later. I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way, I must eradicate any and all threats to them.
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness. How could you possibly pull it off?
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, I would sacrifice food and sleep to treat them. The debt that Vash owes to the underworld rests with me. All I can do is help everyone to the best of my ability. To the very end.
So stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your crazy brother.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I wouldn't take
Thank
that
you.
as a compliment.
Your actions today have saved many underworld families. I'll find a way to dispose of Vash's leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack cure, they'll be out of luck. Let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
Alright, back to the clinic.
Hard work needs hard rest.
You can definitely tell this is one of the older quest lines because we don't really
Looks
have a
like the
cutscene or
patients
anything.
have surrounded Natasha. Let's hear what they're saying.
That's the old lady and the man with the terminal illness.
What are you saying, Doctor? The wonder medicine is out of supply?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire has cut off the supply chain. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicines will only worsen your condition.
Rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're just jealous you lost your patients.
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha like that? Where are your manners?
Ma'am, please think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working fine for us, and now it's gone because she wants it to be? How can she?
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my judgment. I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surface. I almost forgot that you were an overworld big shot.
Have some respect for Dr. Natasha.
Yeah. You tell him, old
With
lady.
respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. If not, I'll tell everyone about how she set up Dr. Vash. I'm out of here.
There's still more to this story.
Well, are you hurt? Oh, you're here. I apologize. That must have made for uncomfortable viewing. I'm okay. If I were in his shoes, I may well have had the same reaction. Now I need to focus on treating the patients and dispelling their doubts.
Yeah, a lot of doubts to dispel.
Let's leave it for now.
I trust
I'll feel
you.
a lot better
You
once
definitely
I've
have a lot
gotten
of
rid this
things
mess
that make you
Vash
feel
left us.
untrustworthy to people that are, being directly treated by you.
Now's as good a time as any to tell you Vash's whole story.
Now, this is the mysterious part that I honestly have curiosities about.
If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate to ask.
Was he your biological brother?
No, but I used to think we were so close that we may as well have been. I, actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't until I was adopted by an overworld family that life changed for me.
If you do the museum quest line, which I have played in full, and you can skip a part to the interview with Natasha in my video, it's marked in the chapters. You can get the intel on that as well.
My adoptive mother always saw me as her own flesh and blood. And Vash loved me like a sister. That is while we were still young. My adoptive parents belonged to a prominent medical family. As kids, we were exposed to all kinds of medical texts. When we were older, both of us got straight into Belobog's medical school. We were on a path into the medical profession.
What kind of person was Vash?
He was gentle and introverted. But when it came to work, he could be absurdly obsessive. Like a completely different person. Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd bite my head off. And then a while later, he'd apologize and comfort me. He was conflicted in that way. I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I was shocked when you told me. If you fail to make a clean break with the past creeps up on you.
Did he really pass away?
That's a long story. Ever since he was little, Vash had always wanted to develop a medicine called blizzard immunity. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded, people would be able to leave Belobog and rebuild their homes in the snow plains. I do admire his vision and perseverance, even though blizzard immunity always seemed unachievable to me. I knew his research in the overworld wasn't going well. I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage for a while. I thought it might help take his mind off his research. But I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. It changed him in a terrible way. During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, their bodies reacted differently to hot and cold. And that fascinated Vash.
Uh-oh.
He began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immunity. Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term. A convenient way for him to observe changes in his test subjects. But behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong, his terrible research had already turned him into a madman.
You didn't answer the question, though, Nat.
Indeed. And it all happened under my nose. How ridiculous. My judgment was clouded by trust in a loved one. When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg discussing how to handle the aftermath. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to handle Vash. In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld.
What happened to him after that?
Had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was young and weak at the time. Oleg must have worried about how I'd react to such a scenario, or he wouldn't have suggested banishment.
Isn't a particularly harsh punishment.
Looking back, it wasn't. He deserved much worse. Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us. To take him outside the city to the snow plains he'd always wanted to conquer. His figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. I'd been telling myself that Vash is dead ever since.
He might show up later at some point. That's kind of scary to think about.
Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Vash was a terrible brother and a worse doctor. That's all you need to know. Let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here, for your trouble.
Oof. That was something. Alright. Blizzard immunity. Uh-oh. Looks like there's a part 2.
Well, are you hurt?
Let me take...
Can I talk to you for a moment? I have a favor to ask. Something... rather personal. I want to thank you again for recovering the Wonder Medicine. It meant a lot to me. But disposing of Vash's reagents isn't enough to solve the medical supply shortage. Many of my patients can't be seen promptly, and my stock of medicine is running low.
Alright, time to get to Sampo.
Thanks to you, the route to the overworld through the furnace core has reopened. I'd like to use it to return to the surface and see if I can get some help.
Okay, so this one would take place after the main Belobog story. Help from whom?
I knew you'd be interested. Remember my adoptive parents I mentioned to you a while ago? After the reopening of the furnace core passage, I had an idea. I wrote a letter and asked Sampo to deliver it to my parents' old address. I didn't have high hopes, but amazingly, Sampo brought me my mother's reply. That's exactly what I thought when I got her letter.
I like Sampo. Sampo's a great character.
Mom said they still
when did we
live
get
at
the
old
Sampo
house, but
character
they're not
mission?
working on the front lines anymore. They should still have some connections in the medical school and the hospital, though. If I'm lucky, maybe I can convince them to send extra medical supplies to the underworld. Of course, that's not the only reason for me to go back to the surface. I can't wait to visit my parents again, and I can tell from my mom's letter that they feel the same. If possible, I would like you to go with me.
Sure.
Wonderful. That's such a relief. I've sent another letter to my mom telling her to find us near Fountain Plaza. Don't worry, I know my way around the administrative district.
This seems like it's prosperous. Alright, administrative district. Next to the fountain, right? That's where Pele usually stands when you're getting ready to do the museum quest line. I was worried that these would be really short, but considering that there's multiple parts, this will actually be a nice fully length stream.
Careful now.
This place doesn't seem to have changed much from what I
Sounds like
remember.
there's a fire nearby. There was a lot of smoke in the air yesterday near my area.
Oh, there you are. Sorry, I got distracted watching the crowds. Look at the busy flow of people. Life in the overworld carries on as usual, as if nothing has happened. We're a little early. I've got an idea. I want to buy my mom a gift. You're more of an overworld local than I am now.
Am
Any
I?
suggestions?
How old are you? How about flowers from Eversummer Florist?
Flowers, huh? That's a great idea. I've been underground for so long, I almost forgot what flowers smell like. Flowers it is, then. Can...
Man.
Careful now.
If it wasn't for the daily mission that you do for Tamila's, like, stalker, I would have never even known that this flower shop was here. So it looks like this would have been like the first time where you get sent here for a mission outside of the daily missions. Oh,
What should I... Eversummer? Was that always the name? Seems I was too young to get the irony back then.
Because Everwinter Hill is not too far from here.
Sorry. I don't mean to sound cynical. Maybe it simply represents the people's hopes up here. Now that I think about it, sending flowers is quite the tradition in my family. Mom, Dad, Vash, and I, whenever something good happened, we sent each other flowers to celebrate. Do you want to hear a flower story?
Sure.
Each year for their anniversary, my dad would send my mom a bouquet of ball peonies wrapped in red paper. I heard that ball peonies represent love that knows no end. It does fit their marriage. My father is a famous surgeon in Belobog. Because of his fame, people in medical circles paid great attention to his surgeries. He always had a lot of stress to deal with. And each time he finished a tricky operation, my mom and I would buy a single stem of sunshine and then pin it on the chest pocket of his apron. Sunshines represent warmth and love of light. For patients on the verge of death, my dad might have been the only light to penetrate the darkness around them. Vash. Out of everyone in my family, I think he probably appreciated flowers the least. Still, I remember the day he received his offer from the medical academy. My parents took me to the florist, and we bought him the most expensive marquise stem in the shop. When we gave him the flower, he failed to hide his smile. You can't imagine how hard it was to get him to smile.
What's your favorite flower?
As an orphan, I never knew my birthday. My adoptive parents took me to the overworld and made the day I joined the family my birthday.
That's kind of a funny way to think about it.
And each year on that day, my parents would give me a bouquet of first snow. And the number of stems represented how many years had passed since I joined the family. I only found out later that first snow represents beautiful memories. My parents gave me a beautiful childhood, and I still haven't had the chance to thank them for that.
Welcome to Eversummer. Oh, ball peonies, is it? 1 second. I'll get it. There you go.
All done? May I have ball peonies? Nice pick. I wonder if Dad still sends Mom flowers on their anniversary. I knew you'd pick the right flowers. Mom and Dad will be so happy. Let's go. My mom will be there soon. Best not to leave old folks waiting.
How old are your old folks, actually, now that I think about it? Because I still don't really know how old you're supposed to be. I'm assuming you're, like, in your 30s. As someone who, like, graduated college and medical school, and has been a practicing doctor and an orphanage director for years. Not to mention, she was sealed in the underground for 10 years, so she's definitely, like, probably 40, pushing 50, to be honest.
Mom!
Nat? Nat, is that you? Oh, come here, my darling.
It's been too long, Mom. Too long.
Sorry. I don't usually get this emotional. How have you been, Mr. Oswell? Thank you so much for taking care of my parents these last 10 years.
I'm doing fine, Miss Natasha. Just fine. Look at you. You've blossomed into a fine young woman. Such a pity that your father...
Dad, I was wondering where he is. Is he...
It was 3 years ago, Nat. No need to be sad. He passed away very peacefully.
Damn. God, that sucks. I'd hate for this to be the way you find out. Thanks for the follow, by the way.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. For 10 years, I left you both in the overworld. Mr. Oswell, I'm sorry you had to bear all this weight.
Don't be, my dear. It is my honor to look after your parents.
It's not your fault that they sealed off the passage between the surface and the underground. Don't be so harsh on yourself, daughter.
Yeah, this is all Cocolia's fault.
Oh, Mom. I have so much to say to you. But, there's an urgent matter that needs your help. I apologize. I wish this were a happier reunion. But there are too many suffering with sickness in the underworld. You're the only person I can go to for help.
Actually, we could technically go to Branya at this point as well.
Oh, there's no need to apologize, my child. I've heard of your deeds down there, and I know you've saved many lives. Your father, he would be proud of you. We have many connections in the medical academy. No matter what you need, be it medicine or data, I should be able to get it for you.
At least there's some positive outcomes coming from this.
Be the doctor you always were, Nat. We have all the time in the world to catch up later.
You say that. Oh boy. She's a real great mother.
She's always been there for me. With her help, we'll be able to ease the underworld's medical supply shortage. That's good news for patients who'd lost hope.
Wonder how many other families got separated like that due to that 10 years that Belobog's underworld was sealed off.
I really wish I could spend the whole day talking to her about the old days. But sadly, now is not the time. Let's head back to the underworld. We need to spread the good news.
Miss Natasha, one moment, please.
Mr. Oswell? I thought you headed back home with Mom. How come...
I apologize, Miss Natasha. As a matter of fact, there's something I have to tell you in person.
Uh-oh. Mom's sick, isn't she?
Something that Mom isn't supposed to know?
You haven't changed a bit. Smart and sensitive. The fact of the matter is, in the first 2 years after the passage was closed off, I received many letters from Master Vash.
What? Letters from Vash? Are you certain, Mr. Oswell?
2 years after he left?
Of course, miss. I recognized his handwriting. You'll see what I mean when you read the letters yourself. Actually, those letters were intended for your eyes only. The delivery address was the underworld, but because of the sealing off of the passageway, the letters were sent back to your old house. To me.
I don't understand. Did you not show them to my parents?
I'm sorry, miss. I opened one of them out of curiosity. Master Vash stressed in the letter that your parents must not know what happened to him. That's why I put the letters in a secure place, waiting to hand them to you when we could meet again.
This is just getting complicated and depressing.
I'm not sure if I did the right thing, Miss Natasha. I just didn't want your parents to feel that their son was so close and yet so far away.
Do you have the letters on you, Mr. Oswell? Let me take a look.
Of course, here. You can tell it's the young master's handwriting.
How have you been? I hope you're doing well. I am, as I stated in my previous letter, envious of you. You always show unwavering kindness to your patients. I remember giving a speech on the stage at first day of school. The development of Blizzard immunity. In hindsight, I was a fool. During my final days at medical school, I became increasingly stubborn, withdrew myself to experience ambitions into my heart. I dare beg for your forgiveness. I owe people the underworld too much already. I might have spent the rest of my life as a madman wallowing in my convictions if you hadn't agreed to my desire and self-exile. The cold has revealed to me only my arrogance. How can a child who grew up with the warmth ever begin to comprehend the cure to bitter cold? Thank you for giving me one last chance to discover the answer. I live in the abandoned houses under the broken roofs and continue my experiments. One step after another, I've made breakthroughs. I'm trembling, not because of the cold, but because I can feel I'm closer to the answer I seek. I had become a pariah, unable to return to civilized society, nor to face my parents. I didn't despair because I discovered the meaning of my existence. I had a feeling I was on the right track. Reagents I've developed in the underworld have a serious flaw. The medication only addresses the issue of organ hypothermia and failure. It will be caught in a never-ending vicious cycle of consumption and recovery. I should have changed the focus of my study a long time ago and tried to figure out how to raise the temperature of the organs and of the body in a controlled manner. Natasha, thank you very much. You helped me find the missing piece of development of Blizzard immunity.
The cold has revealed to me my arrogance. How can a child who grew up in warmth ever begin to comprehend a cure to bitter cold? Vash didn't give up on his research into Blizzard immunity, even after he left the city. I live in abandoned houses under broken roofs and continue my experiments. One step after another, I've made breakthroughs. I'm trembling, not because of the cold, but because I can feel I'm getting closer to the answer I seek. If
The letter stopped
is
for a
true,
reason.
then Vash must have built a lab somewhere in the snow plains, and even made progress in his research. But how can that be?
I bet he turned himself into one of those infernal soldiers.
There'd be no point in him lying to me in the letters. Still, it's possible he may have gone completely insane before he started writing them. I need to leave the city to recover my brother's research data. Are you willing to come with me?
Yeah, why not?
Leave the city? You are taking too much risk, Miss Natasha.
I know, Mr. Oswell, but I have a hero with me. She saved the underworld. I'm sure she'll protect me, right?
You're also the leader of Wildfire. Frankly, I think you're probably more scary.
Vash, it's been so many years. Are you still alone in the blizzard? Oh, ignore me. I'm just talking to myself. Let's go. It's time to face my past head-on.
Alright, to the snow plains. You know, that's the only dilapidated house I remember, so it makes sense that that's where we're going.
Such harsh cold. It's hard to imagine anyone surviving in these conditions. Unless blizzard immunity is real. Let's hurry up. We need to find any clues that Vash may have left behind before both of us become ice sculptures.
And yet March can walk around here in a skirt.
Here, this
Then
looks
again,
like
she was
lab
frozen in
equipment.
an ice block for
Maybe
who knows
Vash
how long.
left it behind. Huh. Still, it's all just used test tubes, beakers, and other vessels. There's no sign of any sample reagents or lab notes for that matter.
Maybe things were too harsh here for record keeping.
Oh, I know my brother. He's meticulous when it comes to medical experiments. There's no way he wouldn't document his results. I want to go deeper into the snow plains. Can you press on any further? Gosh, the temperature keeps getting lower, but we can't give up halfway.
Trailblaze protects me. It's you I'm worried about.
No need.
Boy, they
Don't
give you a lot of flirty
underestimate
options
the leader of Wildfire.
with Natasha.
Let's press on then. This may not sound like me, but I hope that deity the architects worship can grant us some luck.
Neverwinter City resident historian. Alright. Alright, we managed to get all of this. Shock symptoms. Alright. 12 hours, medication. 50 hours, didn't feel cold. Little progress. After the final injection experiment, had significant rejection response, stomach as well as intermittent, yada yada yada. Oral administration experiments. Several guards have provided competent feedback. The medication's effect now lasts nearly 5 days. Vocal cords appear to have suffered irreversible damage, therefore I'm unable to talk recently. Next week I'll be sending most of the secure batch of reagents to the guard outpost. Shouldn't bother the guards anymore. Hey, it's done.
Citizens? Outside the walls? Hey, you two! Stop right there!
That's a Silvermane guard. Is he yelling at us? Oh, I'd almost forgotten. No one can leave Belobog without authorization. Looks like we need to talk our way out of this.
I can't say you sound suspicious, but I can't just take your word for it either.
Captain, look at her necklace. Maybe she's telling the truth.
It's the same as Dr. Vash's.
My brother does wear an identical necklace. Do you know him?
Are you really his sister? Dr. Vash saved a lot of my soldiers.
Saved your soldiers?
Yes. Take a look at the guards patrolling outside the city. All of them are risking their lives. Aside from the monster-related casualties, we lose men to frostbite every year. But thanks to the medicine the doctor leaves us, my soldiers are able to withstand the cold. They can make camps in the snow plains as footholds for our patrols. If it weren't for the doctor, we would have long since frozen to death.
Medicine. Blizzard immunity.
Where's Vash now?
We don't know. Dr. Vash is elusive. My squad only met him once, and he didn't seem like the talkative type. He leaves the medicine at specific locations, and our patrols go there to collect it. The medicine is extremely potent. A small vial could keep someone warm for a week. Speaking of the doctor, it's been a long time since we last saw him. At least 2 or 3 years. I hope he's alive and well.
Yeah, the letters stopped coming home 8 years ago.
So he really did have a breakthrough in the snow plains. Oh, did the medicine have any side effects for you?
Side effects? Not that I know of. If there were a problem, it'd be that we couldn't go back to the city until the effect had worn off.
Because the city would be too hot for us. We'd break a sweat just sitting idle.
Thanks for the information. We're planning to head deeper into the snow plains to find my brother.
Seems like you've made up your mind. I'd really like to send some of my men with you, but we can't leave our posts.
Nah, we're good.
Here, take this medicine. If what you two told me is true, I'm sure you're more than capable of handling yourselves out there.
Thank you, Captain. We'll take it with us.
Alright, that's progress. This is going better than I thought it was. It's still going to end in tragedy.
Come on, then.
But I didn't expect it to be this interesting. Alrighty. All the way over here, eh?
Hold on. That's a big guy over there. Did you see that? There's something on the monster's back. Oh, the blizzard immunity. Shall we drink it? It's your call.
It's not. It's time to fight some enemies.
I'm ready.
Alright. I feel like it might be better to save it in case we need some of it for later to
Might be
try to
trickier to
deconstruct it. We might not ever get more.
Time for a buzz.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Alright.
Turn it up.
Time for a buzz.
We're just having fun.
Time for the main event.
Nap time.
This combat. This is double speed.
Alright. Let's just drop all our ults.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Let's rock.
We're just having fun.
Look at all that DOT damage.
It's done. That was my first time seeing you in battle. You've got some moves, don't you? No wonder you were able to save the underworld.
Didn't you watch us fight Svarog? No, wait, you showed up right after, didn't you?
Let's have a look over there.
Yeah, no, yeah,
My
you showed
gut
up to
tells
watch
me
us
we
fight
should find
Svarog. What are you
something
talking about?
connected to Vash. These are records of his experiments. It's Vash's handwriting. This must be the location of his final lab. Come have a look. His last experiment was nearly 2 years ago? What
Damn, he
happened
was
after
alive
that?
even then?
Huh. But his notes seem to suggest he was working to improve blizzard immunity. Brother, where are you? What happened?
Let's call it a day, Nat.
Sorry. I needed to take a moment. After seeing the letters Mr. Oswald kept for me, I was hoping things might have ended differently. I shouldn't have asked you to come with me to such a dangerous place.
You miss him, right?
I do. I can't forgive him for what he's done. Nor can I say I don't miss him. Maybe I should feel glad. The medicine might not have been what he wanted it to be, but it came to something. Maybe he found some inner peace.
People will remember Dr. Vash.
They'll remember him as a murderer, as someone whose evil experiments brought great harm to the innocent. Vash doesn't deserve to be remembered as a doctor. I know that very well. But maybe this blizzard immunity can now bring benefit to others, even if it was made by a monster. Human beings really are conflicted life forms.
Yep. This is one of those weird ends and means arguments. It cost many lives and it'll save many lives. No one will ever truly agree whether it was worth it or not.
I'll take his records and data with me and continue what he started. One day the world will see a perfect blizzard immunity. Before we leave, I'd like to ask for another favor. The last one, I promise.
Did we find a body?
That should do. Hope it can withstand the snow. You're right. Let me think.
It's a good epitaph.
Here lies Vash. My brother. That'll do. Thank you for helping me. I feel like a great weight has been lifted. So long, brother. Hope you don't forget Dad's teaching. A doctor does not get to choose his or her patient, my children. Remember, never say no to those who come to you for help. Never.
And that's the end of that. Kindling. The outskirts here are quiet. Well, this was definitely a very eventful storyline. All we can really hope to do from this is to check another thing off my list. That's what we gotta do. Anything to brighten the mood. Because, boy, we know that was going to end up depressing. Which means we now checked off 4 items on this list. And since we spent so much time in Belobog this time, next time we'll jump into back into the Vita Infinita. Because we still have some more Dan Hung stuff to do. And we still have 4 I have touched the sky. So yeah, I found a random letter on the Astral Express, and that unlocked this mission for Don Hung, so we'll probably expand upon that. And then I don't know how I unlocked this, A Night Stranger. But it's listed as a companion mission, but I have no clue who it is referring to. And then there's also that one Deeding that's just hanging out in the Central Starskiff Haven, so I actually don't know what that's all about either. Frosty Blade's Trial. I don't know. Thanks everybody who stopped by. Now, I'm gonna take some time to work on editing stuff for the YouTube channel. There was a lot of technical difficulties in the last couple streams, which means I have to chop up and edit the bits back together. So I'll see you all in the next stream. Next time, since we'll take maybe a little bit of a break and maybe check off something on my Genshin quest line, which technically we did actually finish one of these, so I actually have to check that off. So there's only one box left on this that the goal is to get before 4.4 comes out. Bye bye, and see you all in the next stream.